It's almost like, be real with yourself. How many of us can really sit at home with no plan and actually get things done? Just think about it.
God.
Okay, guys, what's up? It's your girl, and I'm back once again with another video slash podcast. Now, I didn't know where to put this video, so I basically just gonna make a podcast about it. I welcome you guys here to my podcast, to the rerun, my YouTube videos, my blog, wherever you are listening from. Now, I run across a lot of people that think that it's so easy to work from home, or it's just so easy to get certain things done from home, and you can basically just do what you want to when you feel like it. And that's just not how things work. And I came up with three simple ways just basically to get things done. And I know most of you guys probably have a certain way that you guys do something, but I'm here to tell you guys a lot of us is not that productive, or not as productive as you possibly could be, because you failed to plan. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I can't say that enough, because I used to be the type of person where I sat at home, and whenever anyone came to me and told me something that I had to do, I would say, "Oh, I just get it done." And then literally I would just go for it. I would think about that I had to do it. Most of the time, didn't even write anything down, didn't know too much about it, and I just tried to do it. And I found by doing that, I ran into a lot of mistakes. I ran into a lot of things that wouldn't have went wrong if I had just planned them out. For example, before I get into my three ways, as everyone know, it's around the holidays, and I was going outside to put my Christmas lights up around my house, and I had someone to come out and fix something on the side of the house, and so it made me have to change the way that I normally do things. Now, instead of me having common sense enough to kind of plan things out and stop and take time, I went out, and I kid you not, I went out and I had to take those lights down 3 times before I got it right. And I mean, just so you guys can think about it, it's the little hangy lights, the ice lights. And I had 6 set of lights up on my home. I had to take all 6 sets down 3 times. And what makes it so bad, 2 of those times I kept constantly doing it the same way. And I know as some of you guys listen, you guys may not have ever ran into anything like that, or you may have. It don't have to be the whole Christmas lights issue. It can be just any small thing, where if you had actually thought about what you was doing and actually planned something out, or just sat down to think about what you were doing, it would end up just a totally different way. And so I thought of these three ways to help you be more productive from home, to raise that productivity, because everybody, I believe, need that little push. So one of the ways is basically to sit back and take notes. When you're fresh, I mean, like the thoughts are running through your mind and everything is going, sit back and take notes. Sitting back and taking notes help a lot, because a lot of times I know most of my brilliant moments come when I'm in the shower. I'll think of something or a video or something that I really want to do, and by the time I get out, it's gone. So what I started doing, I started taking a notebook into my bathroom, and I literally wipe my hands off, get my pen, and I write it down. And that goes with anything. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It's just whatever is on your mind. Find a way to start sitting back and writing it down and taking notes. Once you sit back and take notes, it could be on anything. You can start seeing what is most important and what's least important. A lot of people sit up and they hold so much, like so much in their mind, and they hold so much in their brain until they start to role play how they want things to go when they have to get done. And I think that's absolutely insane, because for one, you're going to burn yourself out, and for two, you're going to overthink it, and so you're going to keep telling yourself that you have so much to do. And if you like I am, I stay doing that, you'll get burnt out before you even get started correctly. A way number two is to use Google Calendar. I don't care who you are. Now, I don't know about Apple products that much, guys, because I'm not that big on Apple, but I think that you can access Google Chrome and different things like that. Or you can access Google Calendar through any browser. I do know that much. Use Google Calendar. Trust me, when you put things on that calendar and you link it to your phone or you link it to your email address, and those things start to pop up when you have different things to do, that it's like a light bulb flashes and tells you, like, okay, you have this thing to do. And don't link it to an email address that you don't have linked to your phone. Link your Google Calendar to an email address and link that email address to your phone. I I swear, guys, that saves me a lot of the times, because a lot of the times I'll be sitting around, and even if I'm doing something, even if I'm not, I can be sitting back chilling watching TV, and when I get that email and I look on my phone, I'll be like, oh, I did have this to do. That boosts productivity a lot. I mean, times 10. Now, the last way is to make sure you follow along with your plans. Now, you can't sit back and take notes and use Google Calendar, or you can do things the way you want to, as long as you have some way to take down notes and something to remind you of the notes that you're taking down. You have to make sure you follow along with the plan. If you're going to take notes and use your Google Calendar to remind you, and all your stuff gets sent to your email, and you never follow along with the plan, what was the point? You just wasted a lot of time. All the time you just wasted could have went towards something that you put on that list. So it's just basically, guys, I'm keeping this short and sweet. Just sit back, take notes, find a way to remind yourself. I use Google Calendar, it works great. Link it to an email address. Make sure you follow along with the plan once it pops up. Thoughts in your mind is not going to go anywhere. Thoughts written down on a paper will not do anything if you don't put action in behind them. Don't get the email and just sit there and say, I can do it later, because you just waste time. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you what happened. A lot of times when you sit back and wait for something to happen, someone else end up doing it before you do. And whether you're a content creator or business or anything, you hate to see that happen. I hate to see that happen. It can be at work. I have a couple of different work at home jobs. It can be here on YouTube. It has been times that I sat back, and guys, I know my YouTube channel is small, but it's been times that I sat back, in my whole concept of how I do my videos, and I choose not to show my face. I've seen other people try to take that idea and how I have everything rolling around on the screen, and try to take it in within, I will give them like a week or so. They end up having to let it go because it's just not for them. Now, the concept that they were finna follow, it was a great concept. But long story short, I'm going to try my best not to go into that. Long story short, sit back, take notes, You will start understanding what's most important and what's least important. Find a way to remind yourself. Once you get that reminder, follow along with the plan, guys. It's very, very, very important that you follow along with your plan. You will end up stuck. And this has happened to everybody. You're going to get older and you're going to start wishing that you had did something. And you wait so long, and at this day and time, with technology and everything, someone else will get your idea. If you didn't write it down, if it's something that you just thought and you know that you got to get it done, somebody else gonna come up with that idea, and what are you gonna say? Exactly. See you guys next time.